Welcome back. Patrick Davey joining us from WorkSafeBC on this Thursday afternoon. Welcome back to the show.
Excellent, thank you.
Yes, we're talking avalanche safety, and how aptly timed is this, considering the fact that so many areas in our province have seen some serious snowfall in the last 48 hours, and now suddenly the warm-up begins tomorrow for most areas. That's sort of a recipe for problems sometimes with avalanches, isn't it?
Absolutely. You know, you look at well, the news over the last 2-3 days, we've got road closures, we've got avalanche control, we've got a lot of things. But it's important to remember that we can have avalanches in some places year-round, depending on the snowpack, the terrain, and the weather conditions. So over the last couple of months, as you said, not just this week, 3 or 4 weeks ago, we had a cold snap, then we had a warm. We had a lot of avalanche. So that's why WorkSafe is really trying to ensure that the employers know that they have to, you know, look at the hazards, watch where their workers are going to be working, and put mitigation controls in place.
Trans-Canada Highway right now, as we mentioned earlier, is closed between Yale and Jackass Mountain due to concerns over avalanche. So if that's happening today, I can only imagine that that's going to ramp up a bit over the next couple of days. Let's go to a scene of an avalanche, shall we? These when they hit fast. You need to be prepared. And what do workers need to know if they're on the job? And this is the concern out there.
Well, you know, they need to know where they're going to be going, where they're going to be working, what the hazards are, and they need to be prepared before they go in there. And it comes down to a lot of things. Having a risk assessment of the area you're going in, having a qualified person do that risk assessment, and coming up with an avalanche plan, again, with procedures, with training, with controls in place to either eliminate or minimize the impact on the workers.
And companies are supposed to have an expert in place to help assess the threat of avalanche if they have employees working in that type of a terrain or situation. Is that right?
Yeah, they're qualified people. Again, qualified as any worker with knowledge and work in the hazards. But you also need to have the education, training, and experience to provide qualified input into an avalanche risk assessment and planning. Now, if you're looking to find someone that has qualifications, the Canadian Avalanche Association is really a good place to start.
Now, since 1998, there have been a number of deaths on the job, 3, I believe, due to avalanche.
Since 1998, there's been 3 workers that have died in BC. There have been 53 serious injuries, and I can tell you from looking through some of the statistics, many of those 53 were swept down slope for sometimes hundreds of feet through trees and just luckily surviving.
For workers who feel worried about their safety, they should speak up, right?
Absolutely.
You should never go into a job thinking, I really love my job. I just got this job and I love it, so I'm not going to say anything. I'm sure it won't be dangerous. That's a problem. You know,
in any condition, not just avalanche, if you don't know what's required of you, ask. If you see something unsafe, report it. Stand up, report it. That way it gets fixed.
Well, there won't be any avalanches in Kauai, and that's where Patrick Davey is off to tomorrow. No, there won't be. Maybe a little volcano activity, but nothing serious, right?
No, a little glass clinking activity.
Oh, I'm jealous. Anyways, thank you for being here today. Avalanches will be the last thing you're thinking about at this time tomorrow, Patrick.
Now, if I can, WorkSafe has a news release on avalanches that really supplies a lot of information where to go and get more information on regulations, requirements, more assistance on avalanche plans, qualified people. Just go on our website. We also recommend that you can go to another website, the avalancheassociation.ca website. You'll be provided with a lot of information to help you out in this time of year on these issues.
Yeah, these next couple of days could be critical in the backcountry.
Absolutely.
WorkSafeBC.com if you want more information on avalanche safety. We're back after a quick break. Stay with us.